Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, we are playing my Cleric, who is level 20. He's almost level 21. And yeah, we are up in the main room. We are no longer, or not the main room, up in the fireplace room. No longer in the main room is what I meant to say. Yes, finally a new change of scenery. So let me change my view around so you guys can see. It's pretty cool up here. It's not too bad. Now, we just got up here literally like 30 seconds before I started the video. The reason I didn't have the video going is I had just got done filming the last one, and, well, unfortunately, I am almost out of space, so this video will probably be pretty short. I have enough time on my hard drive for about 30 minutes, but as it gets closer and closer to being completely full, sometimes I start to get a lot of lag. And there we go, we got level 21, nice. So if it starts to lag out there, I may cut the video off abruptly. I do apologize for that. But yeah, as I said, as it gets close to the end of my hard drive. And this is saying something, and he hates me. What is this problem? I can't pull because there's a red gnome just close by. This guy's a little... I don't understand what's some of the stuff that he says. I'm not saying... Yeah, I don't know what to say on that one, actually, guys. He's a little out there, I guess. Sorry, it's the rules. Let's go back to MR, guys. What? A little red gnome. I don't understand. Are we leaving? We literally just got here. Is he trying to say that he owns the place because he was here before? This little Von Finger guy? Maybe this area... I'll be heading out soon, but the Cleric will be looking for group. Let's go back then. That doesn't have anything to do with us, I don't think. It's not even a big deal. Okay, so we're going back down. Hopefully our room is still available to us. And this is the way we actually got up there. This is kind of the back way. Those stairs you see right here in our room, in the main room, and you can see this is the back of our room right here. In this main room, if you go up these stairs on the opposite side of the wall, that will lead you up there too. You just go up the left stair and take a left, and then take another left when you get up to the top. So I guess we lost that room. That kind of sucks, but not unexpected. Occasionally, when the zone is this camped, and for whatever reason a room becomes available, it can be a dicey situation. They may be coming back to it. They may not be. And if they do come back to it, you can be a bunhole and try to fight them for it. And then it's really going to make everybody's life miserable. You really don't want to do that. You're going to call in a GM if you can get one, and he's not going to be happy that you guys are bickering about something so, you know, petty, that you guys couldn't work it out yourself somehow. And it's probably not going to work out for either side of you looking very good. You know, it's not one of those things you really want to do. But yeah, we're back here, and I did get my level, so not too bad, not too shabby there. And you know what I may do is just combine this video with another one, since we're here in this room and we didn't get to stay up there. But we did kill probably about 5 or 6 guys that were up there because we broke into the room. It was fully spawned, which is why we ran up there in the first place. Let's see. Let's go back then. Okay. So if it opens up again in the future, and I'm probably going to log off here pretty soon because I don't like playing if I can't be recording it at the same time. But I want to get myself a little bit of experience here just in case, because you never know. If you die, you don't really want to lose a whole level. That definitely does suck when that happens. So yeah, tough one. Oh yeah, I was reading something else. There was a little gnome here earlier, and she had the name of Thigh High, and I originally just saw the character standing there, and I looked at the name, I was like, oh, Thigh High, that's kind of funny, right? And then I looked, and she was a gnome, and I'm like, okay, now I get it. I should have gotten it before, but it took a couple seconds, and it's kind of clever. People were very clever with their names in this game. A lot of the time, if you're in a rush, you just look past a person's name, you don't even realize the meaning behind it until you kind of study it a little bit more, and you're like, oh, okay, I get that. I get the combination of the class that you picked and the name as well. It's very, very clever. And she was going to do Thigh High and then Stockings for a last name, but I was like, you know, on a game full of guys, it's probably not the best bet to do that and get their mind thinking about that before you've even opened communication. You're playing a female character. Maybe you're a guy in real life. I don't know, but you really want to get guys' mindset going in that direction. Let's see. If you guys know somebody, bring them. I'm gonna leave soon. Why we let that guy get the camp again? Well, they are by the rules because of that train, able to recover in a certain amount of time. Okay, but it's a really nice thing to do. He's alone. No, he isn't. He had 2 others at least. He will let the guys know when he is done. Okay, sadly, must take our leave in a second. So those guys are gonna leave, and we'll hopefully get some more people to replace them. It's pretty packed tonight, so I have no doubt that we will, but we must travel before the night grows old. Like I said, they're something, but yeah, it's one of those things that you definitely want to get a little bit of experience just in case, because it definitely does suck to lose that level. And we've gotten a little bit. I mean, if we died right now, we definitely wouldn't get to keep our level, unfortunately. And I'm looking forward to getting up in that room, man. We were up there for like 5 seconds, just ripped from our grasp. We were ready to get into some new scenery and kill some new mobs, and maybe have a little bit of trouble for once because we're such a low level. But yeah, it didn't work out. It just collapsed right before our eyes. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's just the way things go sometimes, and you kind of have to let it roll off your back. Hopefully, at some point, I will reach a level where we can actually take on a room that has a named in it. Now, at higher levels, that's pretty much all you do is camp named creatures. You don't really camp too often. It does happen occasionally if the zone is really camped, if people are waiting to get into those groups, like in Seb. But for the most part, you don't really camp rooms that only give you experience. You really want the whole time to go. So they're just going to zone it. Let me put my view back on. I guess they all ran? Yeah, just those 2. Is my group back here? Yeah, they came back here. They didn't want to risk it. We could at least try. Yeah, they were already on their way out. They already decided that they weren't going to be a part of the group, and so they left. Stormcaller. Is he okay? What level is he? I don't know. He's not really taking any hits. It's kind of a crappy way to leave. But as I said before, there was something, you know, off about those 2. I kind of made the joke earlier because they were getting mad at the Enchanter. This is a weird situation, and hopefully I have enough time to explain it all. If not, I'll do it on the next episode. But when they joined, they were given after about like 40 minutes of being in the group, they're giving the Enchanter a hard time about not doing as much as she was, because she's an Enchanter, and she's like, why do you never need any power? Because you never sit down, or you don't ever seem to run out of mana. And he's like, that's because I'm buffing only and sending in my pet. And I was like, okay, I don't see any problem with that, because as it was at that point anyways, when we pulled the creature, it died in like 3-4 seconds. It wasn't even long enough for me to need a heal spell to be cast. If I was trying to cast one of my spells as direct damage, if I hesitated for a second, it would have been dead already. So I'm like, we didn't really even need any extra DPS. So yeah, he could have cast a few more spells. I could have cast a few more spells. Well, maybe one more spell, because like I said, it died. If you missed like 1 second, it was dead before that first spell even got off. So, you know, he could have cast one, or I could have cast one, but not both of us, I wouldn't imagine. It would have died too quickly for that. But my point is nothing needed to be done. Like, it was relaxing. You can sit there, send in your pet, maybe cast one spell. You didn't need to be stressed out and casting every single one of your spells. There are times for that. There are groups that you will be in that are very stressful, and you got to pay attention. You got to be on the ball. But then occasionally you will hit your stride, and people can relax a little bit. You know, they can not keep up as much on the buffs. Yeah, they need to cast them, but they don't need to be, okay, they just ran out this second, I want them now. You know, they could be 4 or 5, 6 seconds late on it. You know, they could be just doing buffs and maybe a little bit of damage here and there, but not too much. They could be doing, you know, 4 or 5 times the amount of damage. But they're not, because they're dying quick enough as it is, and nobody's really having to work too hard, and everybody's kind of taking it easy. Everybody's casting a few less spells, and yet it's still dying really, really quickly. So in situations like that, when she said, you know, she was getting mad at him, and I came to his defense, and I was like, you know, he's not doing anything wrong. The thing's dying quick enough as it is, and basically that's exactly what he said in response. And I'm like, you know, I could probably be doing a lot more too. You know, I'm just sitting here healing, and not healing that much as it is because you kill it so quickly, nobody takes any damage, you know. So, and then after that, her and the other guy, they started going off on this weird thing where he would start a sentence and she would finish it literally within like milliseconds. So unless they were sitting next to each other or they were two-boxing the computer, they had to work this out ahead of time, and it came off really kind of creepy. And then just the way they just left right now kind of just showed me that I thought at first maybe it was just I was misinterpreting, you know, the way they are. Maybe they come from a culture that acts a little differently. So I was like, you know, I can't judge people from other places, you know, and say, oh, what you're doing is wrong. It's just different. So I didn't want to say anything negative, but the way they just left, it kind of shows me that, yeah, they are a bit wacko in that sense. They're kind of a little crazy. Oh, there we go. We got the reanimated hand. That drops that bracelet that I showed you guys that earlier. Oh, this guy's power leveling. So he's going to be over here helping us out. That's really nice of him. That should get us quite a bit more experience on this double. And I was going to say weekend, but it's actually been on since Wednesday. Not a lot of people know that. It says in the news of the day that it's a double experience weekend, and it is a double experience weekend, but it's actually been going on since Wednesday. So for those of you who are thinking that it's just been for 2 days, no, they gave quite a bit more, which is nice. I think they're doing that because in August the expansion for Velius comes out, and I know I actually got that wrong because when I first logged on, somebody told me it was out, and I trusted them, and so I was saying on my my shaman videos that, oh, it's out already, and people were going over there, and so I was coming over here to this newbie area so that there wouldn't be a lot of people, you know, camping there, and I could do some little quiet videos where I just hunt a little bit. But yeah, it ended up not being the case, so I do apologize for that, and I'll try to fix that by putting little you know, blocks on the video. But yeah, they've been pushing that date back so many times. I think it's been trying to come out for like 3 years now. They just keep pushing it back a little bit more, and you know, I'm fine with it. I actually hope that I can get closer to max level before it comes out, because as I said before many times, I do want to see those zones that are camped like this. You know, when you're in a zone that's this camped, it does give you opportunities that you never get in any other time. It gives you a chance to explore kind of safely. It gives the tank a little bit of leeway to look around a corner that he may have never looked around because, well, he could barely handle the group mobs that he has right now, let alone what if I turn that corner and there's, you know, 4 or 5 more mobs down that hallway. We can't take that. Well, in a camp zone, you don't have that fear because you know that not only is it almost guaranteed that there's nothing there because it's already been pulled, but even if there was, your group could handle it because you haven't killed anything in the last like 10 minutes because you've been killing so quickly and there's nothing up. So you go off and you take a look around. I guess she's gonna link it. I just want to make sure it's the same stuff because they do have rare loot on them and stuff. Yeah, it's the same things. Ivory bracelet, 3 agility, 20 mana. It's pretty nice, but it's not all that great. I'm not gonna random on it. I'll pass on that. But yeah, it's where'd it go? Did it disappear already? Oh, did she loot it? I think she looted it, and then she'll just give it out to whoever. Yes, I didn't see what happened there, but anyways, yeah, it's just I kind of want to go upstairs though. I kind of want to go up there and see what's going on. I want to go to deeper places in the zone, but haven't quite been able to do that just yet. Hopefully pretty soon here we can go to, you know, I keep saying I want to go to Mistmore, and I was actually talking to ZK earlier about heading on over there, and he warned me to be careful about the brownies who see through invis, or don't see through invis, but they're high level, they're like level 40 or something like that, and they're on the way to Mistmore, and he's like, you know, you got to watch out for that if you don't have invis, and I don't have that. All I have is invis to undead. So he's like, it's even more dangerous for you there. And I was just thinking that I do want to go over there, but it's been a very, very long time since I've went, so I'm not quite sure on the path to take. And the last thing I want to do is spend, you know, a couple hours doing corpse retrievals on a double experience weekend, you know, when I could have been making, you know, twice the amount of experience. So I decided against it, and we will go over there after the weekend's over. I'll probably only get a few more videos done this weekend because I still have to do, you know, my TerraTech videos and my Craft the World videos. It's actually starting to stack up quite a bit on the videos that I have to do every day. I'm surprised I'm able to actually keep up with it. So I may actually cut back on some of the other videos. These Everquest ones I'm going to keep going, daily episodes from now until, you know, probably a long time. But I'm going to go, guys. Need to sell and get some new spells. Well, that's great. That was amazing on the on the warning there. Grab that shaman. Oh, they already did. Somebody's actually paying attention. Okay, so yeah, it did quiet down in the zone a little bit. There's only 19 players on now. I guess after it reached a certain time, people were just like, yeah, I guess they get some rest. Let's see. Hi-is. Make sure you say hi to these people. Gets the conversation going, and that can be very difficult at times. And again, you know, you may be one of those people who don't really like to talk too much, or you don't know what to talk about. You know, it's one of these games where you want to find a group of like-minded people, and that can be kind of difficult sometimes. But when you find it, it's really cool, because then you can make jokes that you know you guys all get and things of that sort. And it's kind of like in real life when you got to hang out with your friends at school or after school, and you know you guys are all playing basketball or sitting around the Nintendo playing that, Super Nintendo, you know, GameCube, whatever it is that you guys used to sit around and play. That's the kind of connection you can make with people through this game, in a sense. I mean, it's not as close because you're not sitting there and you don't really get to see them laugh and stuff like that, but over the internet you can make very close relationships with people, and it's fairly cool because, you know, how often can you hang out with somebody from Russia and China and Australia and England and the United States all at the exact same time, you know, why they're still in their countries. It's really cool. That wasn't even possible, you know, like 60, 70 years ago. You just couldn't do that. So I think that's a pretty amazing thing. I'm still kind of blown away by that we have the technology to do what we do. You know, kids nowadays are growing up with all this stuff. I kind of wonder if they might be jaded if the technology ever slows down. They won't know what to do. Like, their heads will explode because they're just not getting that constant new, you know, it's like this energizing feeling into the society, because everywhere you look, things are changing, things are getting better. You go to like a small town, and a store opens up in that town for the first time, like a Walmart or a Walgreens is coming to the town. It's a huge... I'll give you lead, Demiro. I need a quick AFK. Okay. It's a huge... In case you want to invite somebody. Sorry, guys. Breeze at the zone if you want it. But yeah, it's pretty important for a town like that. It changes the entire vibe when a store comes in, because it's just one of those things that will alter the way things are in that town. And it's kind of the same way in this game. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, somebody's knocking. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pause the video.